Welcome everyone to the latest episode of the One of One Card Show. My name is Luke, and we have a very special guest on our hands today. We have my wife, Kira. Hi,
Hello.
Kira. How are you doing?
Hi, Luke.
So, the reason why Kira is here is because in this episode, we're going to have a John Cena face-off. Now, I will be the first to admit, I only have one John Cena card, and that's it. We might have to talk about that at a later episode. But in this episode, we're going to be taking a look if we had $500. Now, $500 is a good amount of money. What five John Cena cards would you want to get? Now, I would consider myself to be a card expert. And Kira, where do you stand?
Definitely not an expert.
So Kira's not really an expert when it comes to cards. She knows I like cards. She knows that I have WWE cards for sure, but we're gonna see what did I choose for five cards and what does Kira choose for five cards. So let's go over the rules. John Cena, as we know, John Cena is a 17-time world champion. So he has tons of cards through the years. We are picking five total cards that adds up to a grand total of $500. Each card sale that we reference was reflected by what was recently sold on eBay or what was currently listed on eBay or another site if we wanted to. This does not include tax or shipping prices, as shipping can certainly vary, especially if you're ordering from another country like China or Singapore or somewhere else. And we also want to make sure we're going to try to figure out who won from our selection, me or Kira. Kira, how do you think you're going to do?
Not great.
Okay, all right. So before we continue, you also want to make sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, the One of One Cards channel, as well as the One of One Cards channel on Instagram. So we're going to start off. I'm going to walk through my five choices, and we're going to see how does Kira feel about them and why did I pick them as well. So let's begin. My first pick is the 2024 Panini Select WWE John Cena Gold Prism. It's a gold prism out of 10. It's the true gold, as we might say, and it's a PSA 10. Kira, how do you feel about that design?
Um, Not my favorite.
Okay.
I like the more traditional, like image centered with a border type car. I mean, it's nice that it's like
Mhm.
a little bit different, but it's not really my thing.
Yeah, so I'll reveal I'm very high on Select. I love the Select designs from 2022 to 2024. This one is not necessarily my favorite design, but it's kind of grown on me a little bit. It's not symmetrical. It's a little asymmetrical in terms of how it's set up. I don't even know how Panini, or I mean how any of the grading companies actually judge this on centering. But this was my first choice for a card. It recently sold for $168.40. It's not the lowest parallel. Obviously, the gold vinyl one of one. They've got a bunch of others as well. They've got the out of five green, or but people really just straight up love the gold. So that's why I picked the gold. It's a PSA 10 last year for the select. So
Gold
that's
is fancy.
gold looks pretty good. So my next pick is another gold. It's another gold. It's the 2023 Panini Immaculate WWE John Cena. It's the base gold. It's not one of the many auto cards. It doesn't have a patch or anything in it. It's just a base gold. How much do you think this card costs?
$20.
20 bucks? You're actually kind of close.
Oh, hey.
I thought you were going to go much higher on it, but uh sold for
When you said
$26.
space, it
Yeah, but
makes me think it's not that important.
Yeah, but it's
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 still a
still
gold, sorry.
still a gold base
I
card.
mean, it's also ungraded, so
Yeah, I mean, but Immaculate is one of the higher end sets for Panini from
okay.
that era. $26.
Bet you wish you'd bid on it, huh?
I didn't though. I didn't. But I really like it. I think it's a great design. I love Select. I mean, I love Immaculate. I love Select, but I love Immaculate. I love the gold design. If you have any of the Immaculate cards, they are very, very thick, and they are ones that you might not necessarily want to send into PSA or a grading company because it's probably not going to grade all that well because thicker cards don't tend to grade all that well, especially from a PSA. So that's my second pick. Uh, Coming in at number three is 2023 Panini Chronicles. It's John Cena. It's gold out of 10, and it's a Donruss optic style. Because Chronicles, I think I've told you before, but we'll relay it. Chronicles is the type of set where they add in all these different designs from Panini sets that they just aren't using. So Optic is a very, very popular set in football, basketball, and other sports.
Oh.
They never made Optic for WWE.
So it's like a special.
Yeah, it's kind of a hodgepodge of a potpourri of all Panini products. How do you feel
Mm.
about the Optic?
It's definitely different. I don't
hmm
think I've seen one before.
hmm
Somehow, I don't know.
Yeah, I only have one. Yeah, I don't even have any WWE Optic.
Uh, I feel like there's too much going on with all of the little
Mm,
squares and rectangles.
okay. So I like this design a lot. It's very popular within in football and basketball. People really tend to go for it. This is once again it's a gold prism out of 10. It's kind of a later era John Cena within the last couple of years. He's wearing his like G.I. Joe type shirt, and he's wearing his jorts and stuff. So
Yeah,
definitely a
yeah, do
later
the
era.
jorts.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this card, it's an SGC 9 again. It's not the obviously the highest graded card in the world, but this one sold for
Oh, I
$88.88.
was 99. Wait. That's a
Yeah.
little.
So yeah, it was the
I was
best
gonna
offer.
say 70.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah. So I like it a lot. I think it's a great design. I think it's going to be one, obviously, Optic only appears, it's a, kind of a rarity within the WWE years of Panini. So now we move on to number four. This one is the 2002 Fleer WWE. It's John Cena's rookie card. Uh, it's in a PSA 8. So John Cena rookie card from 2002. They probably didn't really make a whole lot of
Oh,
these, as we'll see in a few moments. What do you think of that?
I like the photo. It's very dynamic.
Mhm.
Who is he fighting?
It's kind of hard to see. It's
I
yeah,
know. I want to
yeah. It
chance.
looks like maybe yeah, it's tough to say. Is that
I like it. The font's a little odd.
mhm.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like a John Cena type font. But I mean, if he's a rookie, maybe he hadn't really developed his
No,
style yet.
no, definitely not. You can even see he's wearing his standard ring attire from before he became like the John Cena that everybody know and
Boring.
loves. Yeah.
Bring back the jorts.
Yeah. So John Cena in this card, yeah, it's obviously very early John Cena from 2002, this photo. The one thing I obviously like it, I chose it. Um, you can't really even see him all that well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you can't, it's not, yeah, it's a nice photo, but they should have upped the brightness, that's for sure. This sold for in a PSA 8, these go for about
Is
$125.
that because it's a rookie card? I
Yeah.
mean, is that like the
Yeah, so it's a
driving
rookie
force?
card. As you can see, the PSA 9s is only, so this is the PSA 8. There's only about 120 cards in PSA 9. And you can see it's very rare to find a PSA 10, only 12 in existence.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that that one could probably jump into the four figures, but I have
Ooh.
not, yeah, I haven't seen. I'm just guessing though that that's the case. So yeah, these go for about $125. So I guess if you want to start a John Cena collection, you might consider this. You can get a PSA 8, it's a Pop 134 for about $125. Might be something to consider, especially with him being a 17-time world champion. And lastly, my pick number five. Again, I must just be a complete sucker for the
The
selects
gold
for
and
the
the
gold.
select.
2023 Panini Select in the ringside gold. I know some people might not love the horizontal versus the vertical, but it's a PSA 8. It's a gold out of 10, and it's of him winning the WWE Undisputed Championship back in Money in the Bank 2014 after Daniel Bryan went down due to injuries. How do we feel about that?
I like it. I really like the pose. It's very
Mhm.
dynamic. Why does he have two belts?
So there was the undisputed championship that
Oh,
unified the belts at that
oh.
point in time.
I
Yeah.
think I would know that by now, but I guess
Yeah,
I
that
don't.
happens. It happens. So they unified the belts.
No, I like it.
Hmm. So this again, gold out of 10, PSA 8, obviously that's the big knock on it. Sold for $81.
Nice.
It's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
I again, people are going to start buying these golds up. You have to assume, especially since there's not many parallels below it. People are going to start buying them up, and what's $81 today might be, double that in a couple of years. Who knows? Mhm. So if we were to add all of these up, we got the 168, 26, 88, and some change, 125 and 81. We get $489.28. I think that's money well spent on my end. How do we feel about you?
I mean, they weren't my favorite aesthetic
Mhm.
choices,
Okay.
but
All
I'm
right.
sure you have better reasoning than I do.
Okay. So you're saying that's just a solid C plus effort.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. All
yeah.
right. So now, somebody who just criticized my five cards, we're going to see what she went with, and I'll provide some of my
Yeah.
feedback. So we have the novice here who's going to go.
Hmm.
All right, so let's begin. Do you want me to introduce or do you want to introduce?
Um, I guess I can introduce, not
Okay.
that I know any
Yeah, you got it. It's up there.
details, but this is sparkly and he looks like he's like kind of 3D, like he's gonna reach
Mhm.
out and it has a signature, so I thought that was fun, even if it's maybe a sticker. Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
sticker, right?
Hmm.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a very good signature. Wasn't super happy with the signature part, but I like how shiny it is.
Yeah. So this is the first year for Revolution, the Panini Revolution 2022. It's John Cena autograph card in a PSA 9. I love the Revolution set. The Revolution set is totally underrated in the Panini era. It's kind of overlooked at times. It's mostly known for the 2023 Kabooms insert, but I love the Revolution. It's a great design. There's some cool stuff with it with the foil. This card sold for $180. Now, you pointed out that it has a sticker autograph. I don't exactly love sticker autographs. I understand why they do it, but John Cena's autograph is kind of off that. That's never, I mean, granted they didn't do it, but that's never going to grade like the 10 auto. That's why they probably left off grading it, I would say. So I
Oh,
like
so they just graded the card and not the
Mhm.
art. Oh,
Yeah, so people
I
do
vaguely
that
recall you
sometimes.
mentioning that. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to always get, I mean, obviously if you're getting a card like that, you probably don't need to get the auto graded, but sometimes people like to do that. They're not gonna
Do you think it's overvalued or is that a reasonable
I
price?
mean, John Cena autographs definitely go for in the, $100+ range. If I had $180 to spend, I probably wouldn't spend it on that. Just my personal
But
opinion.
it's so sparkly.
Yeah, you can enjoy it. It's all right. Let's go to number two. We have the
Uh,
2024 Panini WWE National Treasures, and it's the legendary signatures, and this is out of 99. How do you feel about that?
so I liked sort of like the Art Deco
Mm.
classic. I don't really know how to describe it,
The,
but
the design with
yeah, it
the
was different, kind of like cleaner, but with some little
yeah.
details. And I know there's another sticker auto, but that's just how it was.
Yeah, I mean the gold foiling and
Yes,
everything looks
I like the gold
really
foiling.
nice. The white background. I mean, that's a great look for John Cena with the Rise Above Hate shirt. I am a big fan of
I
that
do.
shirt.
Yes.
Uh,
Wait, do you have that shirt?
I do
That's why it
actually.
looks
Yeah,
so
yes.
familiar. No wonder
That,
I
that was a,
gravitated to
that
it.
was an eBay buy. You can get some John Cena shirts for cheap prices on eBay. Uh, but yeah, you can get. that card, I mean, and that shirt for a good amount. But that, yeah, that card, I love the design. I feel like other people think the same way. National Treasures had a lot of potential. It was the first and only year for National Treasures. For in other
Oh,
sports, National Treasures is like one of the highest end sets going. Like you can get some crazy cards in National Treasures for football and basketball and a couple other sports. But for this,
it didn't
the
take off.
sticker, yeah,
Oh,
they kind of rushed it because they had lost the license, and it seems like in the fall of
oh,
2024, they were throwing product after product and trying to get to Flawless, which was the last product for WWE. And this had sticker autographs. I love the card design, but the sticker autograph kind of brings it down a bit. So this sold for $175. I mean, I like it. I can understand why somebody would want to pay for it, but I personally, again, wouldn't necessarily go for it. If you're going strictly for the photo, though, it's cool, cool photo, cool design. The sticker drops it
yeah.
down just a little bit. Yeah. So, any other thoughts before we move on?
I'm sticking with my choice. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Number three.
Um, this one I liked for kind of the crazy vibe that it has
Mm,
going for it with his expression, with the reflective decorative background. Um, I don't know. It's very vibrant.
mhm. So this is John Cena at WrestleMania 30. It's a very infamous match because a lot of people felt as though if John Cena were to lose a WrestleMania match, this was the match he should have lost. Oh, but he won.
But no, look at that face. He's not losing that
Yeah,
match.
yeah.
No.
So John Cena won this match against Bray Wyatt. This is a cool insert set from Prism. I like the design of it. But I will be the first to tell you, and I think I've told you this before, I honestly hate the Mojo Prism parallel. I do not like the
Although
design. Yeah,
it's a little distracting.
I when I first got into cards, I liked it. I was like, oh, this looks very nice because it reminded me of like the if I had the Topps 2020 Mojo prisms that they had. I just grew to detest it. I do not like
Uh,
it. But it's a cool card though. I like the card, but I do not like the parallel. So let's take a look at
okay.
how much this sold
Okay.
for. $29.
Yeah.
So it's a cool card, but the parallel I'm not the fan of. Okay, let's now move on to number four, your pick.
So part of this was just I love his expression and
Mm,
pose, and I feel like the red briefcase with the
mm.
red border and little red detail in the, not sign, it all kind of ties together nicely. With the big text. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. And of course it features his jorts. So I had to go with one with jorts at least.
Yeah, so this is from the brand new 2025 Topps Chrome WWE set, and there is an insert set called "The Time Is Now," and it chronicles like John Cena's career through the years. And I think that the red refractor looks really nice, really sharp. And even though it's a PSA 9, I mean, it's hard to see whatever the issue is. I mean, everything looks good on it to me, but again, I don't have a microscope up to it, and I don't have the card in front of me. I really like this set, and I think it looks really cool, this parallel with the red briefcase. And this was from John Cena winning the Money in the Bank back in 2012, in which he ended up attempting to cash in on, where he told CM Punk that he was going to cash in on that the Raw 1000 episode, and he ended up losing due to a Big Show interference. So Big Show interfered. Yeah, so as a result, John Cena was not able to win the WWE title at that match or at that event. So I like this card a lot. Yeah,
Yay!
I know. It's
Victory!
probably we'll look at the last one in a little bit, but it's probably my favorite card that you selected. This card sold for $77. So yeah, I mean for out of five refractor, red refractor, It's not a lot of money. I mean, I think the only reason why it might have sold for like we'll say only $77 is just because there's so many of those inserts.
Hmm.
So that might be why, but it's still an out of five card for John Cena against 17-time world champion. So selling for $77. So let's now move on to the next one. This is Kira's last pick. This is the 2023 Panini WWE Prism in a blue out of 199 in a PSA 8.
I feel like you have opinions about this. I wanted to mix things up with a horizontal card.
Uh-huh.
I like sort of the structure in the background.
hmm
Obviously, again, a very dynamic pose.
hmm
Um, and I thought the shiny blue was a lot of fun.
hmm
That was my main motivations and the jorts. Yeah.
So I like the card.
Okay.
The card is nice. The picture's great. It's obviously John Cena really Cena-ing up or hulking up, we might say. Uh, it's a PSA 8 in a out of 199. So this card ended up selling for $30.
Yes.
I feel like there may have been, I mean, obviously it costs, close to $20 if you include shipping everything to get something graded. I don't know. I feel like we could have
It's just not
done
even worth it.
maybe a little bit better. Yeah, it might again a card out of 199, second
Oh,
year prism, blue
I
prism.
didn't even notice the 199. I
That's
reflected
it's
it.
that
That's
that
something I was
it's
forgetting.
okay. It's okay. We forgive you. It's a solid effort.
We only like the rare cards.
No, no, it's a nice
Okay.
looking card. I just feel like you might have been able to get it ungraded
Oh, for a
for
better.
like a
Okay.
better
Fair enough.
price.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
But overall, let's add them all up. We have $180 for the Revolution auto, the National Treasures auto 175, the WrestleMania Moments Ugly Mojo 20 out of 25 for 29, the Red Refractor for 77, and the Blue Prism for 30, and that adds up to a total of $491. Um, so I guess the big question is, who do you think won? I, I, I think you did a good
I
job.
think my cards are prettier.
Okay, it's okay if you feel that way.
Oh.
I think mine being all the gold with the exception of the rookie card kind of made like a statement, a cohesive statement.
I didn't know we had to make a cohesive
No,
statement.
I'm just saying but I will say you
I
had
like
some,
variety.
yeah, you had
Variety.
good variety. You got two autos, even though they were sticker and one was a little off. I mean, I think you did a good job.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, those of you out there watching this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel of One of One Cards. Don't forget to subscribe to the Instagram channel for One of One Cards. What cards do you think we should have added? Uh, should we have added something else? Should we have just gone big for like a one of one card and gone for a couple $1 cards here and there? And also, I want to give a shout out to Kira. Kira's the one who's been doing all those like really nice thumbnails. I would not be able to do that without her. So once again, thank you very much for listening, and thank you, Kira, for joining the show
Oh,
today.
thank you for having
Oh,
me. I've
thank
had a
you.
lovely time.
Absolutely. So you have a wonderful day, everybody.
Bye.